Hello, I'm here with Andre,
Hi.
and we're going to talk about Andre's Discourse community. So first of all, Andre, I'll ask you this. What is your Discourse community?
My Discourse community is a marching band. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll start off with this. Are you aware of any kind of exclusion in your Discourse community?
There's kind of exclusion. One on, like, in marching band, there's like subsections, like flute section, saxophone section, all that. And so sometimes when you're not a part of that section, you get like excluded. But also people who don't talk or like just kind of sit there by themselves get excluded, but they're like in at the same time. But it's all based on like their own like non-conversation skills and all that. But usually for the most part, you kind of you fit in.
Okay. Coming off of that, would you say there is a certain stereotype in your Discourse community as far as race goes?
Well, for race, I would say that a lot of, like, no offense to anyone, but like a lot of people think like Asians because they've been practicing like since they've been in the fetus. Like people just think that they've been practicing for years. So like when you hear them play, they should be like automatically like really good. And other than that, I don't think there's any other stereotypes among race.
Okay. Do you have a leader of your Discourse community?
There's several leaders. You could say like the supreme leader would have to be the director. And once you go like going down in subsections, there's leaders who are in charge of like the band like itself. And then once you go into like the sections of like the flute section, there's the flute section leader and then music leaders. So it's a really like breakdown kind of process.
Okay. And does your community agree most of the time with the authority figure of your Discourse community?
I guess you'd have to say it depends. But if we do disagree, we don't say it to like the directors directly, but usually it ends up being like gossip between the sections and all that. So it's kind of like unsaid, like defiance in a way.
Mm-hmm. Would you ever consider about breaking a rule or going against an expectation in your Discourse community to affirm a belief that you had previously before coming to Syracuse?
Me personally, I'm not kind of the defiance type, so I would usually follow the rules, but nothing that I believe in has been like stepped upon, so at the moment I'm pretty set.
Okay. Amongst the group members of your community with yourself, do you feel that there is any sort of competition amongst your group members to be liked by the authority figure or any other sort of person in your Discourse community?
Yeah, that happens all the time because people are always trying to show people up and like, oh, I can play the B-flat scale, but you can't, and it's kind of always like a one-up kind of thing, but it's in a playful manner, but sometimes people do take it to the degree where they try to make people feel bad, and a lot of times people do it to get noticed.
Right. I could definitely see that. If someone were to leave your Discourse community, how would others, including yourself, probably view the person that left?
At first, we would probably be hurt because, like we said, band's a big family, and to like leave is kind of like, you know, like a little punch in the face because one, maybe you just didn't like us or like you couldn't do it, but like after like probably like the next day, we understand like circumstances do come up.
But what if the person could not meet the demands of your Discourse community? How would you view that if he left or she left?
If they don't meet the demands of like what we've asked for, usually people just like say get out of here, because like say if you can't do every single day of marching band, like it's an automatic like you need to do what we need to do. It just isn't like half-ass kind of thing.
Okay. Because some people might leave due to reasons that are unknown, I'm sure there are some people that have some sort of advantages that make them sort of superior in your Discourse community? Is that prevalent in the band?
Yeah, if you get private lessons, number one, you're going to be better than people who don't take private lessons, so that puts an edge on you. And it's always been like that through music, because people who get lessons tend up being like better and know like their instrument more well than the people who are kind of like, I just play the instrument because.
And also, now, other than private lessons, I'm sure that is there some sort of an advantage of music majors and non-music majors? Do music majors have the advantage while non-music majors don't?
Well, it depends, because some non-majors do get lessons regardless, and they try to like keep up. Like myself, like I try to get lessons and I practice like mostly every day. But the only thing is, there's a stigma on non-majors, because music majors think they're better, and sometimes are. I'll give them that, but it's because of their studying the music that gives them the attitude that they should be better at it compared to someone who isn't.
Okay. Just to end it off here, other than sacrifices of time, which you talked about in your other video, are you sacrificing anything else about yourself, such as beliefs, values, and what you're used to knowing, in order to be a part of this Discourse community?
The only thing besides time is the whole like interaction with like people who aren't in band. Because of the time thing, you're always with the band people, so it kind of makes it, you have to sacrifice like your non-band friends, which has happened in high school, but I try my best to like keep up with them, but it is a hard like struggle.
Okay, that just about wraps up the questions. Any end notes you want to put on this video, Andre?
I don't think so.
Alrighty, then we'll just end it there.